Can you tell me why you want to become a registered nurse, highlighting what you could bring to the role and what you would like from the organisation in your transition to being a registered nurse? I would love to be a registered nurse as I have a strong passion for caring for people. This is evident in my years of disability work. I love being around people. I love chatting to people. I love helping them and caring for them no matter what. It's very fulfilling to me. I feel that nursing is a highly rewarding career where I have the opportunity to learn and grow every day. I have come to a road in my life where I want to know more and give more. And I feel like at the moment I've stopped learning. And nursing is continuous learning, so I'll be able to combine my passion for caring for people and my need for learning together as an RN. A few years ago, my daughter got sick with asthma. She hadn't been diagnosed with asthma and she was having an asthma attack. It was late at night, so I called the doctor because I knew something just wasn't quite right. When the doctor got to the house, she said to me, "It's lucky you checked on her because she wouldn't be alive in the morning." This really hit me hard. How could I have not picked this up? So this situation drove me to apply to SCU for the Bachelor of Nursing degree. And I'm so glad that I've done it because as every week passes, I get more and more excited about my dream job, which is being an RN. I really am a passionate, diligent and competent person. I have a strong attention to detail and good communication skills. I'm someone who can be trusted and someone who is caring, has empathy, and will be committed to the role of an RN. I will be able to abide by the nursing standards of practice and work within my scope of practice to ensure my practice is safe and ensure patient safety and quality of care and have a person-centred approach. What I would like from my organisation is to have the opportunity for further development through training and education, provide me with stable employment and evaluate my practice so I can improve on my practice regularly. There are often peak times in a shift where a load is particularly heavy. Describe an experience you've had working under pressure. How did you prioritise care and getting through the demand? In disability, there's a lot of pressure as you have multiple clients who all need their activities of daily living completed around the same time. And things don't always go to plan. A few months ago, we had a client who got COVID and a lot of staff refused to come in. And the clients, had to isolate and they weren't happy that they had to isolate. They got frustrated and it became very demanding in the house. There was a lot more pressure because of the isolation to get jobs done. It was hectic at first, but I actually love working under pressure as I like to be on the go all the time. And to be honest, I love a challenge. So for this particular week, because there was a lack of staff, every morning I would do a little planner for the day alternating showers to make it fair on everybody. First prioritising medications and feeding times. This allowed myself and other team members to clearly see what needed to be done for the day and what tasks needed to be accomplished and where extra help would be needed. I would highlight the very urgent tasks, but making sure I prioritised medication and feeding times. I would regularly assess my planner during the day and make adjustments where I needed to. I am someone who is motivated and driven. My experience in this situation has taught me to communicate and work with others efficiently to make sure the client gets the best care possible from start to finish. During the days, it was a very busy time, but we got through it, and I believe it was due to having good communication with my team members and the clients. My boss told me that I had done a really good job, and she even rewarded me with a dinner voucher. Tell us a time where you had to manage something challenging to you on clinical placement, or where you made an error and had to rectify it. Why was it challenging, and what were your actions and outcomes? On my clinical placements, on one of my clinical placements, I was on a stroke ward. I worked with many patients that had difficulty in speech. They were already upset with themselves, not being able to communicate well. And I just wanted them to feel like I could understand them. After my first day, I got frustrated with myself that I really couldn't understand them, what they were trying to tell me. A patient wanted a shower and I brought her thickened juice. I felt terrible. I felt like I was letting them down. I expressed this with my clinical teacher, who told me to slow things down and not to be so hard on myself. The next day, I went into a patient's room. He was asking for something, and again, I didn't understand. So I sat down on the chair next to him, and I tried real hard, and he repeated it a couple of times. I listened and looked at his gestures and looked where he kept moving his eyes. I then worked out his watch was in his bag. He kept looking at his bag, so I went over there and his watch was in there. When I got his watch out, his face lit up. And the look of relief on his face was amazing. I learned that this watch was really dear to him. It was his grandfather's watch, and he wore it every day before he had the stroke. This experience helped me learn the importance of both verbal and non-verbal communication. As an upcoming nurse, I will be interacting with a range of diverse patients, and in the future, all forms of communication are really important, and I know I can empower, educate, understand people when using good communication with patients. I learned a lot during this placement, and to further improve my practice, I will use these reflections as it enables me to help solve problems and improve on myself and keep learning. Thank you.